Cleveland on the road at New Orleans. This is sitting anywhere from a pick'em all the way to a 1.5 in favor of New Orleans at home. I guess this is flipped at DraftKings. Interesting. Okay, so so it's flipped at DraftKings. So you can get a 1.5 on New Orleans, a point on Cleveland. There's also a pick'em out there at Circa. So this thing is just probably going to toggle back and forth between the 0, 44, 44.5 is our total here in this one. So, I mean, look, New Orleans showed at least a little bit of a sign of life last week. I didn't necessarily think that we would be getting that from this team, and then Cleveland kind of came back down to earth. Where do you see this one as a probably go off, again, somewhere around pick'em?
Yeah, I fired the Browns. So last week I had the Saints. I did take the dead cat bounce there. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the opposite of a dead cat bounce is. I don't want to get macabre here, but whatever the opposite of that is, I feel like is what we're going to see from the Saints this week. That was home divisional underdog against, a rival team. This is not that. So
yeah,
probably some regression in the effort / playing at the top percentile of your talent level department. And then I think you just have a Browns team that the offensive line is the healthiest it's been in weeks. I know they don't have Jedrick Will still, but he has an acceptable backup with DeJuan Jones. So I think this Browns team can basically play the way that we expected them to play and the way they probably wanted to play to start the season, which is come out and pound the rock against a Saints team that is just dreadful at tackling, cannot stop the run. I think the Browns are going to have quite a bit of success on offense. The Saints, they kind of got away with one last week. The Falcons outplayed them, but they came up with some big plays at times. Obviously, missed kicks were huge in that game. So I'm happy to sell them off that performance and take a Browns team that is healthier and is facing a Saints offense that, as a Chiefs fan, let me tell you, while you're going to get the occasional decent MVS performance, counting on another 110 yards out of that guy is a fool's errand.
I took the 1.5 with the Browns as well. Again, it's for me. Look, I hate the Saints, so it is. I admit there's bias that plays into this a little bit. I hate the makeup of this team a ton, but also when it comes down to it, I think that there is at least a little bit to the fact that the Browns are coming off of a bye in which they knew who their starting quarterback was going to be, and they could work with him to try to figure out how to make this offense at least a little bit more efficient. I know you're going to get the good with the bad with Jameis. I'm fully aware of that, and I will embrace that here in this game. Like I said, it's about the healthiest Cleveland team we've seen all year long, and again, a full 2 weeks for them to prepare for this game with Jameis under center. I think they're the better team almost, man for man across the board as well. And so with all that, if they're going to give me a 1.5, I took it. So would still take it at the 1.5.